Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be looking at GameStop and going through some DD of one of the original OGs and legends and their speculation on actual dates for the Moass, so that'll be very interesting. And then also touching upon how that links in with the oncoming global market crash. So before we get into that, we're just going to quickly touch upon GameStop for the day. It is currently at $163.60 a share. Started the day at 162, went down and then went back up and has kind of been flat for the rest of the day. But currently it is still a green day, which is very good news. Only up 0.66%. So hopefully we can finish on a green day. Um, just because I think it's better if we finish on a green day. There's no real reason, as we've said in some of my below comments, they're saying that the technical analysis isn't too important, and they're saying the technical analysis isn't important at all. I would slightly disagree. I think it still can have some value, but on the whole, we're not looking at technical analysis here. We're looking at the DD of some very smart people who have helped us expose what's really going on. So let's have a look at this user, Cryand. I will link the screenshot down below. This was a comment on one of his posts, which was a meme, but this is quite an interesting one. So what Cryand is speculating, actually, before we just get into this, hopefully I haven't said this, but can you please give a like on the video? Those likes really help me out, and I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy. I'm really thankful for that. So thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you for giving me likes as well, because it helps more people find the video. Anyway, so what Cryand is saying any time between now and September 30th, and he gives a series of reasons. So one of the reason is the increased margin requirements from 10k to 250k starting from the 24th of August from over-the-counter derivatives such as security-based swaps, which Citadel was upset about. Potentially, he speculates what they've been using to hide shorts. Increased margining happening just before futures rollover period between August 26th and September 9th. Possible buy-in pressure is equivalent to what we saw between February 24th and March 10th, and then again in May till June, which I believe were the two dates where it went up to 350. The DTCC is expecting increased margin calls from September 1st from phase 5 of over-the-counter derivative margin requirements. He believes this is different to the 250 increase after being delayed a year. This was supposed to be introduced in 2020, but as we all know, 2020 has been a bit of a wild year in terms of what's happened with GameStop. So is that potentially why they have delayed it? Out of the money puts were potentially used to buffer the margin, so increased margin requirements plus fewer puts to buffer equals G, and G is obviously in relation to one of the Wall Street bets. I can't remember which one it was. Was it Irony Man? Or, well, it was the legend of G who lost all his money on Apple options. So that is, I would say, have a look at that. Kamikaze Cash has a very good video on the G Wall Street bet legend. So we have Q3 end rolling up, more strain on the markets coming. On the reversed repo repurchase, still 1 trillion, so who knows how much collateral is left in the repo market. Once this hits a critical point, Domino won't get the collateral that they need. So as we know, we've seen that the reverse repo has been increasing, and has been over 1 trillion for the last few days. September is a bad month in the stock market historically. Black Wednesday of September 16th, the GFC market crash of 16th December 2008, crypto and SPY crash in 2018, etc. Q3 end is the Fed Reserve's fiscal year end, and the 2008 crash was started with the Lehman Bros bankruptcy on September 15th. Debt ceiling is still not being raised. US is on track to default on its debt by mid-September. New bank long-term stable funding requirements introduced by July 1st, requiring them to hold enough long-term stable funding in the event of a prolonged recession. Banks required to hold around $1 trillion dollars by October 2021, just after through Q3 end, and margin debt is now decreasing to 4.3% in July, which seems to be an early indicator of the market top incoming. So that is very interesting by the user Cryan there. A lot of excellent points. And this kind of touches upon what is brought here by alternative number 2917, which is the impending market crash in Moass. I won't go through the entire thing because there's a lot of useful links. I'll leave it in the chat in the description down below. But What they're saying is the Buffett indicator is a ratio of the total U.S. stock market valuation of GPD. And as of August 5th, 2021, the aggregate value of the US stock market is 54 trillion and the annualized GDP is 23 trillion. So if you take the US total market divided by the GDP, you get the Buffett indicator, which is 237%. And let's just have a look where that compares to other timelines. This is very, very high. I believe that up to about 114% is the high side. Anything above that is exceedingly high. So you can see we have massively. Oh, well, there you go. Sorry, 120%. This is the exponential trend line. So you can see we crossed that in about 2012, and we're now at uncharted areas. Now, this is because of many different things. They would say that because of interest rates being so low and things like that, booming tech, this is why this is a bit higher, but there's a bit higher, and then there's this. I mean, look where it was in 2000, 150%, and it's massively over that. And we won't touch upon the other links. As I say, I'll leave it in the chat down below. But there's an interesting point on beta here. So it currently has a negative beta of almost 25. What is beta? Beta expresses the trade-off between minimizing risk and maximizing return. Say a company has a beta of 2. This means it's 2 times as volatile as the overall stock market. So if the stock market went up by 10%, this means the stock could go up by 20. But if the market declines, say 6%, then the company could expect a loss of 12%. So a negative 25 beta, if you use it in that example, that is some pretty wild swings. And as they say, what was some other market crashes in September? Crypto market crash, OA crash, Black Wednesday, they were all in September. The Friday 13th mini crash October, Black Monday October, and Great Depression October. So the coming months are going to be very, very interesting, and I'll be looking forward to seeing what happens. So right guys, just want to say thank you for watching. Give a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for helping me get almost to 1,000 subscribers. I won't say thank you to get me 1,000 subscribers in case everyone unsubscribed and I have 0 subscribers. I wouldn't like to say I've got there, but we are very, very close, and I am really, really happy about that. Very thankful. So thank you very much everyone who is subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, hopefully I can provide you some more value and you'll consider subscribing so you can get you can see more of my videos really. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys next time.